Okay, welcome to the shed, and this is another one of those new bike reveal videos. These are the two that are taking up the shed at the moment. My GSXR 1000 project bike called Mediocre, which is fantastic. Go and have a look at the build videos on that. Gorgeous machine, so much fun. And my GSXS 1000 F, fully faired. Beautiful bike, very quick, very nice, fairly ballistic actually, surprisingly so. Lovely and comfortable, you can do a few miles on it, plus ideal for commuting with the fairing and the screen and everything. Lovely all-round package. But the addition today, which might surprise a few people, is another V-Strom. And I've had the 650 V-Strom before, and I've had 2000cc, not a 2000cc, no, two 1000cc V-Stroms, which I really enjoyed, but didn't seem to stand the test of time. So, in weird contrast, I've gone for a 250. Might surprise a few people, might not. But its general use is going to be when I just want to switch off from the world and go and mess around on dirty little country lanes and do a bit of exploring, switch my head off and just go for a nice little bimble. When I'm out on these two, it always gets a bit quick, a bit fast, and there are times when I just want to bimble along, and that's all I'll be able to do on that, probably. But we'll see later on in the road test, because I haven't actually ridden it yet. So maiden voyage coming up, but I thought at the moment I'll just show you around the bike and introduce it to you. And it's already been named the Ugly Duckling. I was told by a bloke that I used to work with that it is the ugliest out of the V-Stroms, especially with that big round headlamp at the front, giving it that Cyclops look. So yes, Ugly Duckling. So let's have a closer look at the Ugly Duckling. So as I say, it's a 250, and it is immaculate. It's done about 2,300 miles in the black and yellow, which is a gorgeous combination. Thin on the seat, really easy even for a short-legged thing like me to get my feet flat on the floor. And we've got nice screen with white on black, which is really easy to read. All the information you need, individual trip mileage, you've got fuel, look at that, full tank as well, even in a petrol crisis. Gear indicator, time, that's correct, it is 4:05 on a Sunday afternoon. Miles per hour, and then a rev count across the top. You don't need to hold the clutch in on this one, but it's not the one finger start that the newer, more expensive Suzukis are. So you have to hold your finger on. It's very tiring. Listen to that. Oh, the noise. Let's give it a bit of rev. Let's rev the shit out of it. Yeah, while it's cold. Or not, we'll just give it a few little revs. But yes, stock exhaust. Very quiet. But still chokes me while I'm stood in the shed. Comes with the luggage fitment, Suzuki own design, and it did come with the panniers, which again I think they are Suzuki own ones, not actually for the bike because the locks are different. So there's a different chunky key for the luggage, but yeah, it must be Suzuki. Look, it's got big S on it, unless it's Superman's luggage. Oh, don't want to be arguing with him. Need to put my Givi adapter plate on the back there so I can get my top box on here, because it will be used more with the top box than it ever will with side panniers. bit more disconcerting going through traffic with side panniers, although I think they only stick out as far as your bar end, so long as your handlebars go through, you should be alright. I'll check that in a moment. But yes, it's really is immaculate. Not to everyone's taste, the big headlamp, but I quite like it. It's a feature, isn't it? But yes, it was £3,000. I got it from Power Slide Motorcycles in Derby with absolutely no problems. Phoned them up. They took a £99 deposit off of me, did a pre-delivery inspection and delivered it down to me. Delivery was another 150 quid, I think it was. Delivered it down to me on the south coast, and that was the first time I met it. Sat on it, started it up, checked it over, no oil leaks, no funny noises, and then paid for it. So always had the option to back out. What did surprise me was it comes with solid guard underneath, which protects your downpipes and obviously your oil filter. The 650 and 1000cc bikes that I've had only had the plastic one. Why they can't make these metal plates? I mean, it's not the strongest of plates, you know, it's only thin stuff, but definitely take a bit more of a bashing than the plastic plates they put on the 650 and 1000. So it is a wonder why they don't put these on the 650 and 1000. Probably because they want to buy you to buy the Suzuki aftermarket protector, belly pan protector, which is a fortune. But all seems very easy access. You can get at the plug straight in there. It's a parallel twin, not a V-twin. So why it keeps the moniker of V-Strom, I don't know. Well, it's part of the V-Strom range, that's why it's called a V-Strom, not particularly because it's a V-twin. As I say, parallel twin. Easy access to the clutch cable. Yeah, everything's quite easy access without taking yards of plastic off, which is quite nice when it comes to servicing and everything. Possibly be able to get the oil filter out from there. It will drop out because this is just a guard around the front. There's nothing across underneath. You can probably see daylight through there. So you'll probably be able to drop the oil filter out down through there, as long as the exhaust pipe's not too hot. So that shouldn't be too bad to service. It's got a radiator guard on it, which is quite nice. Well, it's a nice little touch. Right, let's get it out and put some luggage on it. See how easy that is. So here's the other side, the right hand side. Again, you can see bash plate comes back to here. The exhaust does sit a bit lower than the bash plate back here, so if you are venturing on rough tracks, I should think you've got to take that into consideration. But again, easy access to the spark plug, plus easy access to all the throttle linkage as well, which is fairly nice. Starter motor, again, easy access. And that looks like an automatic timing chain adjuster, possibly. Lovely and shiny and effect. Back brake lever and gear lever is the same. A little bit weird. Why not just leave it the alley look, similar to this panel up here? But there you go, super shiny. That won't last, not with me and my cleaning regimes. Obviously rear pegs, slight markings underneath on the exhaust. I've done a bit of a touch-up job on it, but wasn't worried about that. Right, let's see if we can get this luggage on. We as in me. So there's 3 points it slots into. 2 on the top here and here. Slots into those 2 and comes back in on this one. So let's give that a go. There you go, there's the hooks going to these top 2, and then this slides over the top of this bottom rubber and stops it from pivoting out. So it should be as easy as that. There you go, it's on there. Let's just get the key. So with the key in, that's to open it up. So you probably get a crash helmet in each one of them. Push that down again, that locks it, and then you push the handle down, which sends a bit up at the back which locks into the middle. I will take that off in a minute and show you in greater detail. And then lock with key, and then you can't lift the handle or where the lock is, and that is secure. That really will take some weight and take a bit of bouncing about. Well, I think, let's straighten the handlebars up. No, it's not. So you would have to watch out in traffic, because the bar end, let's just line you up with my sight. Yeah, there's a good 4 or 5 inches wider. What am I seeing? There. Straight down there. So, yeah, so if you line that up, you can see the bar end there, and there's the side of the side case. So, good 5 inches wider, 4 or 5 inches wider, and that would be both sides. So, as I say, I've got to get my Givi plate on so I can use my top box rather than these side panniers. Whether they'll ever get used, I don't know. But if I ever need side panniers, I've got them. So I'll just show you that locking mechanism in a bit more detail. Key in, because at the moment it's locked, so you can't lift the handle. So unlock, you can lift the handle, or lift this part and that will open it. And for taking it off, just lift it off. And this is the bit I was on about. There's a central bit here, which this tab goes up inside there. So when you put the handle down, it pushes that up, which, as I say, goes in that middle fix in there to again hold it from wobbling side to side, and more security from thievery. And then you lock the key, and you can't lift the handle. So you can't lift the handle to drop this down, which means you can't unhook the pannier. Quite a nice security feature. So there you go. That's how the pannier works. So there you go. There's a quick walk round of my new Suzuki V-Strom DL250. And in the next video, I'll be out on the road trying it out for its maiden voyage. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra.